Welcome to the University Network TV, where we scan the globe to give students, their families, and educators the very best tips for student success. I'm your host today, Dr. Crystal Rose, and in this college advising show, we're exploring the college advising program called College Advising Core. To learn a bit about the University Network partner, College Advising Core, please see the link below. We'll be exploring this nonprofit with Dr. Ariel Norris. Dr. Norris is the Senior Director of Programs East on the National Program Team, leading and supporting College Advising Core's programs and special projects in the East and working in collaboration with colleagues who lead programs in the Northeast, Southeast, and North Carolina. To learn more about Dr. Norris, please see the link below. Dr. Norris is passionate about supporting students on their path from high school to their successful next step. Welcome, Dr. Norris.
Good to see you too. Thank you for having me, Dr. Rose.
Wonderful. So in today's interview, we'd love to learn a bit about you as well as more about College Advising Core. Could you please share how College Advising Core works with students in cyberspace, and is this support provided from the virtual College Advising Core?
Absolutely. So fortunately, we've had advisors working virtually with students since before the pandemic. And so it really fueled our ability to pivot quickly when the country and the world shut down, and to provide resources to train advisors who typically were working in school and in person with students to render those same services virtually. But we're also expanding our advising services just based on the way students are most interacted with today. And this means that, reaching out to students through in-person models and through virtual and hybrid and chatbot or artificial intelligent modalities is the way to go. So while interaction with students in person has, been our bread and butter and will never be fully replaced, today's College Advising Core is committed to reaching students where they are and through modalities that are important to them.
In essence, you're working with students in 4 different capacities: the in-person, the online, the hybrid, and now through chatbots.
Absolutely.
Most people are familiar with the concept of college prep via in-person, online, and even hybrid. But when you mentioned that you have AI support, can you tell us about the chatbot?
Yeah, well, we've been making some exciting progress over the last few years. We are headed into our second full school year with piloting Ari the chatbot through reaching about 4,000 students across high schools in both North Carolina and also Atlanta Public Schools in Atlanta, Georgia. And the students basically receive weekly nudges from this chatbot via text message. And with the assigned in-school advisor, some of the questions that the bot can't answer, then the advisors chime in to assist with answering those questions. And the bot also just nudges students to make appointments with their advisor in person and just, really focuses on, for the time being, answering questions around FAFSA and financial aid. Some of those questions might be just easy, like when does the FAFSA open, right? Or how can I add a school to my FAFSA application, right? And then some of them might be a bit more complicated. And that's when our advisors have the opportunity to respond via text message through one of our database systems to answer those questions or to encourage the student to meet with them in person so that they can dig a bit deeper. So this work is pretty new. And every day we're adding understanding to Ari's knowledge base. But even at its early stage, we've really been seeing some pretty great impact when it comes to increased numbers of FAFSA completion and also increased engagement between students and college advisors.
Well, that's great to hear about Ari, an amazing resource that you're offering students. I'm really fascinated about that. It adds another layer of support for students seeking post-secondary opportunities. And while we may not be able to look into a crystal ball, so to speak, what does research indicate about the value education will have in the future, particularly in the context of the future of work?
There's research out there that shows that by 2025, 2/3 of all jobs in the United States will require some education beyond 12th grade. But as of right now, nearly about a third of young people do not pursue any education after high school. So our nation really needs the talents, the energies, and the dreams of young people as much as possible. And so that's why we're really working to help increase those opportunities to students that typically otherwise wouldn't know about them and know how to access them.
Wonderful. Well said, Dr. Norris. We do indeed need these talents in the world. And given where things are now, what role will College Advising Corps serve to allow for more accessibility to education of these first-gen, low-income, and underrepresented students?
Yeah, so we are forever dedicated to ensuring that our country's qualified, low income, first generation, underrepresented students realize higher education opportunities. And to that end, we are going to continue to give students a personal role model through the role of the college advisor, someone who can champion and also serve as a resource, and someone who understands, what their students are up against and also who's available to them every day to help them identify and pursue the best post-secondary education for them.
Well, that's certainly very admirable. I really am very fond of your mission. Dr. Norris, finally, could you please share with our audience how people may support the collective efforts of the College Advising Corps?
Absolutely. So individuals in different communities can learn more about us and support our efforts by following us on social media. We are active on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And also, you are more than welcome to support our mission by donating at collegeadvisingcorps.org.
Wonderful. Now, if an individual is interested in becoming a college advisor, what is the best way to do so?
Absolutely. We are always welcoming the opportunity for individuals who have recently graduated from college to join in and get in the trenches of doing the work and serving high school students. The best way to get your foot in the door is to go to our website, and there's a link about getting involved specifically on how to become an advisor.
Wonderful. You'll find all the links that you shared below and also in the description box. Dr. Norris, thank you for visiting on this episode of the University Network's television show, TUN TV, and sharing with our audience about College Advising Corps.
Thank you so much for having me.
And to our audience, thank you very much for joining us for this episode of the University Network's television show featuring College Advising Corps. Now with Dr. Norris's advice, hopefully you'll be more informed about how to access the support you need for your post-secondary opportunities. Here's to your success. I'm your host, Dr. Crystal Rose. Until next time on TUN TV.